Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Industry Activations Podcast brought to you by OpenTeQ.
Technology to the next level.
Nailed it. I think this is like the third or fourth week in a row, Ryan. We're very, very impressed with their
Getting better at this, man.
No, it's great. It's great. So, Ryan, what is our topic this week?
Actually, today we are going to talk about a couple different CRMs. We're going to dive in a little CRMs, customer relationship management tools.
I heard there's a few guys in San Francisco that have one of those.
There is.
One has a skyscraper named after it, and another one has a lovely corporate campus by the shore.
Ah, nice.
And the other one, I don't know where they are. Anyway, getting back to last week's episode, we're talking about WMS systems. We got a little comment there from David DeCassets, who's asked us to do an episode of TMS versions.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, maybe we should listen to David. What do you think?
I have to add that to the mix. All right.
And we also
Thanks,
want to thank Boca Raton's own Raul Trina for liking the video last week. My name in Raul's telephone is Jason Churchill for Churchill Cigars. And Raul is actually one of the better local cigar rollers here in Boca. He actually
interesting.
Actually came to the house to do a party a number of years ago. Really good guy. So helping out the local businesses on the video blog today. So now, Ryan, let's get into it, Raz. We're going to talk about NetSuite. We're going to talk about Salesforce. We're going to talk about HubSpot. And I got my thirst. People are going to catch on to that. I missed my finger there. And when you talk about the differences in the systems, the why of the integrated, CRM, the why of the standalone CRM, and then the why of the up and comer, if you will, the HubSpot CRM, and how each of them play a role in different aspects of a business's development. So, Ryan, before we get into the details here, you want to sprinkle some wisdom on the audience front?
I'd love to sprinkle some wisdom.
Because nothing says wisdom like an Albertson sprinkle.
Right. So we're going to start out with Oracle NetSuite CRM. And this one is very strong. It's seamless, integrates with, of course, all the NetSuite modules, the e-commerce, anything NetSuite, because it's built on NetSuite.
Right.
And also, it's included in the pricing with the ERP. So it's kind of something that, is already there, a part of the suite. So you don't have to invest, additionally in, very expensive systems.
Very good. All right. So, Ryan, without any further ado, let's start with NetSuite CRM.
Okay, go for it.
All right. I you know what? I just might do that. Here we go. And time to share. All right, very cool. So now we're in NetSuite right now, and the thing we have to remember about the NetSuite CRM is that it's inherently really embedded into the system, and with that embedding, we have the ability, as Ryan said, to kind of spread the records across many different verticals in NetSuite. So if we first go here, we go to list, and we can see the list and whatnot, and we have relationships over here, and we have customers. So this is really, NetSuite 101, go into list, go into customers. Let's click on, let's say, Air Canada. There are customers that are on. We have Air Canada.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, just asking. So now we're actually the customer record. So if I'm a CSM, what I'm going to do here is actually I'm going to go to search, and I'm going to go to customer, and I'm going to go to Air Canada. And what NetSuite is going to do is actually going to look for the Air Canada record. So this is a demo instance. So we're going to kind of give NetSuite benefit of the doubt, and basically we get to the record the same way. So now we have the primary customer information, email, phone address, classification, subsidiaries. So if we need to map the customer, of course, there's subsidiaries, perfectly achievable. We have relationships and contacts that we can keep within the record itself. Communications of emails back and forth, addresses, the sales to marketing, system information, custom access, et cetera, et cetera. So this is really, the nuts. This is really like the core customer record that makes up the NetSuite CRM. All the fields are editable. So, closed one, and we could do web address, the sales rep, categories. We can customize the record as well as customizing, the ribbon down below. Now, if you've noticed, there's also the ability to accept payment. So through Suite Payments, which is a part of core code of the ERP, we're actually able to take credit card payments or payments overall against invoices or against anything that's outstanding. So extremely, extremely seamless when you look at the overall experience. So again, here's the customer record. We can make a payment. We can edit it. We can do all sorts of different things. Now, to the point that Ryan's making, let's get into reports right now. And once we get into reports, we can easily go into customer receivables. We can divide the customers by the reps, by the territory, the partner's profitability, AR aging, and AR registers. So if you have an AR aging report, what do your customers have? What do they owe you? What do you owe them? And then what we have here is also the ability to look up customers by sales reps. Now, the other phenomenally interesting thing here is that when we go to commerce over here and we go to marketing, all the customer data that's flowing through the CRM, when applied to e-com, we're actually able to do scenarios, recommendations, as well as do other types of customizations within Suite Commerce to Suite Commerce Advanced. And then finally, when we go back to the main dashboard of NetSuite, there's also the ability to actually look at customer information, whether it's sales information or whatnot, also on the dashboard itself. So if you need to create a customer record for a CSR or a rep or whatnot, NetSuite is perfectly customizable to be able to do that with. Now, the next one we're going to look at, Ryan, is going to be Salesforce. That's the CRM company that has that building in San Francisco.
Right.
And what's interesting about Salesforce, if you want to use it with NetSuite or really any other ERP system, there's a lot of out-of-the-box connectors that a lot of different iPaaS vendors have, like iPaaS.com, Sligo, and others. So it's very, it's very integratable, you might say.
Yeah. Salesforce really has a vast marketplace of third-party apps, and most of the main other solutions out there have been able to integrate with Salesforce to make it easy for their clients.
Right. Now, the thing you have to point out, whether it's NetSuite, Salesforce, or HubSpot, the inculcation of AI is becoming more and more of a buzzword throughout, the ERP, throughout the, I guess you say industry or space, however you want to classify it. Now, the fascinating thing here is that in order to really evoke the AI and really get the most out of it, you have to have a massive amount of customer data in there. We're talking about, potentially thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of records in order for the AI to really, be able to deliver value. So I think, one important thing about, looking at different CRM systems, if you're a small business or a medium business and you have hundreds of thousands of customers or low tens of thousands of customers, the AI, it's an interesting aspiration, but the applicability to the data is really what's in question. Like, is there enough data there that an artificial intelligence engine can really do something? And that's where that's where a lot of questions should come into play when you're upgrading to one of these CRM systems. Do you really need the AI, and what does it actually do? Like, is it worth the upcharge? So that's always something to think about. It's a really cool buzzword, but the need has to be. The need definitely has to be there. And as Ryan pointed out, there's a really, really massive marketplace of partner apps in the Salesforce universe. More so than NetSuite, Salesforce is really built on Salesforce One. So a lot of these plugins and apps are also available on NetSuite and HubSpot as well. It just happens to be that Salesforce has one of the larger, app marketplaces for ERPs or CRMs, in the industry. And then Ryan, finally, we're getting to one of your favorites, which is HubSpot.
Yeah, and I think a big reason that people like this, it's super user-friendly, incredibly accessible, for small, medium-sized businesses. And the best part is they have a free tier. So a lot of startups will start using HubSpot immediately because it's easy. Yep. And they have email marketing, they have social media management, pipeline management. And of course, once there's different tiers. So you pay a little bit more money and you get more features. Yep. But it's kind of like it's a great in the middle CRM, right?
It really, really is. And to Ryan's point, you start off for free. You have a starter edition at $20 a month. You have Professional Edition at $890, and then Enterprise at $3,600 a month, with about 5 seats included. And it's all different shapes and sizes, all different sorts of automation and feature function there. So if you look at really, what you have, we have, popular features like Mike said, email marketing. We have everything for free, multiple currencies, email health, insights, calls to action. And then here you have SEO, campaign management, social media. And then finally, in the Enterprise Edition, predictive scoring, adaptive testing, multi-touch, revenue attribution, and then customer journey analytics. So, do you necessarily get this with NetSuite and Salesforce? Not really. Not really. Especially predictive lead scoring, adaptive testing, and then multi-touch revenue attribution. ERP systems are wonderful, but to get a multi-touch attribution report, it's going to be a little hard, to do with a NetSuite or Salesforce. So that's definitely an advantage, over the the two larger ERP systems. So Ryan, to sum up our roundup of CRMs today, how would you how'd you like to round it up there, Ryan? We call it like the Ryan roundup.
Sure. The Ryan roundup. Well, I would say each CRM has its strengths, right? Yeah. You have NetSuite CRM. That's, of course, if you're using NetSuite, it's built in already with all of the NetSuite modules. So that's an easy, seamless, way to change. And then you have something like a HubSpot. For the money, it's really hard to beat because it has some really cool email marketing tools. It has some, as a salesperson, you want to see your pipeline. Boom, you have it right there with a really cool graph. But, if you really want to graduate to something that is a very robust solution, that's customizable, that has a very large marketplace, Salesforce, of course, is your best option.
And I think you and I have come across this a lot actually with Salesforce, and I think we'll close on this thought right now. Salesforce also has Quadient, and the Salesforce also has other, kind of like also reverse logistics automation, kind of like for B2B businesses. So the blend of like the Salesforce CRM and Quadient we've come across a lot, especially in Southeast Asia. What's interesting though is that the way that they're using it is actually more of an applicable use case to NetSuite, because NetSuite you have the RMA bundle and you have the CRM built in as well. So it's really comes down to preference right there, probably preference, price, and implementation time. But really 3 strong options for the people.
Excellent.
All right. Well, you know what, guys? On behalf of myself, Jason Ash, and Ryan Albrechtsen, we thank you for watching today, and tune in next week when Ryan's roundup will include who knows what.
Thanks, everyone.
Everybody. Bye-bye.